Check it. It's the P's bringing you the new Panasonic Lumix S1R II. This is set to be released on March 31st, 2025. This is one of the few cameras that took my notice from this year's WPPI, as it's another huge leap for Panasonic in terms of high value and high affordability. 2 years ago, they released the S5X II, which I talked about briefly on my channel, and it looks like they're continuing the tradition of making high-end hybrid cameras all affordable again. The Panasonic Lumix S1R II features a 44.3 megapixel full-frame CMOS sensor. It shoots high-resolution video in 8K 30p and 4K 120p. This is all available in 10-bit ProRes RAW. It's also able to shoot bursts in 40 frames per second in RAW using AFC and AFS. It's no surprise that Panasonic's new flagship camera's autofocus is as fast as it is now affordable. It features a 779-point phase hybrid autofocus system, which functions in both photo and video modes. AI allows for improved subject tracking and recognition, and the improved noise reduction allows for more confident shooting from ISO 40 all the way to 102,000 ISO. If steady hands capture the sharpest frames, this camera will deliver. In-body image stabilization is now 8 stops versus 5.5 stops compared to its predecessor. And if the user has O.I.S lenses, it can pair up with the in-camera's I.S to minimize blur, all in tandem. All of this is rocking steady in both photo and video modes, which the user can take advantage of. High-end video production is where this camera stands out. For nearly half the price of Sony's Alpha 1 Mark II, the S1R Mark II can shoot 8K 30, 4K 120, and 6.4K in open gate. It also allows for recording audio in 32-bit float with the handle attached, and real-time LUT previewing is all built in. Other features worth noting include a carbon fiber shutter to protect the sensor when you're changing lenses. The sensor is similar to the one used with the DJI Ronin 4D. The Lumix Flow app allows the user to control and view camera footage using their phone. And last but not least, direct recording the SSD via USB-C really makes this camera stand out. If you're in between this and the S5X II, here are the differences. 44.3 megapixels versus 24.2 on the S5X II. Having 8K video is most notable, and the dual IS tops out at 7 stops versus 6.5 stops respectively. The S1R II is also slightly heavier than the S5X II. And lastly, the difference in price is about $1,400. Here are my final thoughts and considerations. In a previous video, I mentioned how the Lumix S5 IIX felt very similar to the Sony a7 III when it first launched. The S1R II feels like Panasonic's answer to Sony's Alpha 1 Mark II and Mark I, offering many of the same high-end features but at nearly half the price. What's truly impressive is the ability to shoot 8K 30p and 4K 120p in a camera that costs just under $4,000 brand new. This is a huge game changer for content creators who haven't yet invested in Sony, Nikon, or Canon mirrorless ecosystems. If you're looking for a body that can serve you for the next decade, this is it. It has all of the features that you want today and capabilities that your clients and you are going to need in the future, all without completely breaking the bank. Whether you're a photographer, a filmmaker, or any type of content creator, this is a powerful and future-proof tool at a price point that makes it an attractive alternative to some of the industry's biggest players. Just to be clear, Panasonic isn't paying me to say this, but it really needs to be said. The Lumix line of cameras is ridiculously underrated. Panasonic is delivering some of the most competitive features at rock bottom prices, yet they still don't get the same spotlight as Sony, Canon, or Nikon. Honestly, I was surprised to see how small their presence was at this year's WPPI in Las Vegas compared to all of the biggest players. Maybe being the underdog in the world of photo, video, and content creation gear makes Panasonic a hidden gem, but here's the thing. Competition fuels innovation, and I think Panasonic is forcing the industry giants to step up. This is how Sony overtook Canon as a dominant force in mirrorless and hybrid cameras. One of the biggest reasons? Effective tools at affordable prices. Sony saw a gap in the market, professional grade features without the massive price tags, and they capitalized on it. While Canon was still heavily invested in DSLRs, Sony went all in on mirrorless early on, offering cutting-edge technology at a price point that made it accessible to a wider audience. I really believe that Panasonic is following the same path Sony took when it overtook Canon and Nikon just over 5 years ago. And here is my prediction. Within the next 2 to 3 years, Panasonic won't just catch up, they will take the lead. They are already pushing boundaries for filmmakers, photographers, and content creators by delivering high-end features at shockingly low prices. If they keep this up, we could be looking at a major shift in the industry, one that could make professional grade gear more accessible and more affordable. What do you guys think? Could Panasonic be the next major player to shake up the camera world? Leave a comment below and let me know. If you like this video, please like and subscribe and hit the bell. Thank you for watching.